Hello and welcome back to the Dancing Italian Urban Farm. Today we're canning beans and chicken broth. So right now I'm just setting up my beans to soak, and I'm going to put half a cup of beans in each one of my pint jars, and then I will fill it up with water and let them soak overnight. And then we will drain, rinse, refill them with fresh water, and then get them in the canner. One of the jars that we do have is all homegrown black beans. So we have a half a cup of homegrown black beans. That's all we got from last year's garden. So I know I need to plant more black bean plants this year in this year's garden so that we can can up more homegrown black beans. You're going to see me label a jar here in just a second with a permanent marker. That is my homegrown black beans. I wanted to label the can so I knew which one it was. Hi, we're canning today. My hair looks a mess, whatever. I am getting ready to can up some chicken bone broth in the pressure canner, and then once that's finished, since I have the pressure canner out, I'm going to can up my beans that you saw me soak. So that's what we're doing today. So now I'm going to get my chicken bone broth that I cooked down the other day, and I'm going to get it in my jar. So I heated it back up after I had cooled it down and skimmed the fat off the top. I heated it back up. And now I'm going to put 2 cups of chicken broth in each one of these 7 quart jars. And then I will fill it up with what's left over in the pot so that pretty much every jar has an equal amount of bone broth in it. And then what I do is, because it's so concentrated, I will fill the rest of the jar up with hot water. So we have a more diluted chicken broth to use for making rice, making mashed potatoes, potato soup, using for make any kind of soup really, or whatever I would need chicken broth for. But I am going to get these jars filled and then wipe down the rims, get the lids on them, and get them into my hot pressure canner. So hot jars being filled with hot liquid into a hot pressure canner. That's how we roll with this chicken bone broth. Since I am canning quarts, I will be canning them for 25 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure for my altitude. Please make sure that you refer to your canner manual on times and the pounds of pressure for your altitude, and whether you're canning quarts or pints. And now I'm going to get my beans ready to put in the canner. So I'm going to drain them. I'm going to rinse the beans really good to get all of that starch out of the can. I'm going to pour more water over them to the 1-inch headspace. I will debubble them and then wipe down the rims, get the lids on them, and get them in the pressure canner. I am double stacking these. These are pints, so I have room for 14 pints in my canner. So I will double stack these and I will can them for 75 minutes or an hour and 15 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure for my altitude. And then we will have canned black beans and pinto beans to put on the shelf. Okay, my kitchen is a mess. I need to get in here and clean and reorganize. But that's for another day. This is my chicken stock that I canned up. It looks like they all have sealed. The best way to tell is to take the ring off. And then you're going to grab the lid, just the lid. You don't want to grab here. It's not going to do anything. You grab just the lid and you lift. If the lid stays on, it's a good seal. So that's a good seal. So I'm going to check all of these. And then I will get these washed up. Oh yeah, that's really good. And get them put on. Well, I'll get them washed up and labeled. It's always important to label your home canned foods, because if you don't label them, well, that's good. Leslie, just throw the rings all over the place. Anyway, if you don't label them, you may think, oh, I remember what this is. No, you won't. No, you won't. And 6 months down the line, you'll go pick this up and you'll go, what is this? Yeah. So always make sure that you label your home canned items. And I like to put, the way I label mine is I will put, like on these, I'll put chicken broth or chicken stock, whatever I decide to put on there. And then I'll put 1/23, so January of 2023. I don't put it an exact day because I just don't. I just put the month and the year. So I know that these were canned up in January of 2023. So there you go. So these will get washed up, dried, labeled, and put in my pantry. Okay. Over here we have the beans that didn't get done until very late last night. So these will actually sit. I'm not sure if they all, the button's all depressed, but like I said, the only real way to tell is to take the ring off and check the lid to make sure that it's sealed. This is our jar of homegrown black beans. You can see that they're quite a bit lighter than the store-bought ones. So that's interesting. But anyway, I do want to plant quite a few more of these plants this year, because I would really like for all of the black beans on my shelf to be homegrown, but you know, that's goals, right? So there you have it, canning chicken broth and beans to put in the pantry to have on the shelf for those days where you just need a quick meal and you just need to be able to pop some cans open and put them in a pot or put them in a skillet and heat them up and eat them. Maybe make some rice or something to go with them. But yeah, I'm I'm getting there. This is a journey that that we're all on, and I hope that you will continue to follow along on our journey by clicking that subscribe button and watching all the videos and learning with me, learning with us as we go through 2023. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you liked it, leave any comments or questions you have for me in the comment section, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.